ourselves. All right, here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yente Show. Oh my God.
Hello.
Joti Show. We say
Hello.
what we don't know. Reverently irreverent. Shalom. Oh my God, I love those hands over there. Stuart, gorgeous. Oh my God, do it again. Do it again. Here we are. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's been a while, but you know, what do they say? Missing something, the heart grows fonder, you know, something like that. And I'm Joti, and you know, I'm all the things. I don't actually really want to talk about me today because I think that there's other things to talk about. I know it's surprising. I know it's not just my hair, it's not just myself, but there's other people here. And
who else is here? You forgot to even say my name during the song.
no, you're supposed to say your name.
I know, but I was busy trying to get it up on Facebook Live. So
Oh wait, I'm supposed to do the fate, and you have to tell me how to do that again.
All you do is you press the thing and you press share, and you go to my Facebook and you see it's live streaming. You press share,
and then you just share it on your page, and then we're all live on each other's pages.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, and Barbara, they were both kind of busy, so I got second best. I mean, the best of the best, better than Cher and Barbara. I got Stuart. Oh my God. Stuart is a lovely human over here who has joined us all the way from the East Coast. And Stuart's going to introduce themselves in just a moment.
Oh my God, a themselves. I love having a themselves.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at your hair. Anyway, so tell me, who are you? How did you even get the Zoom link? What are you doing here?
Wait, what? You invited me with the Zoom link.
I'm just kidding.
Be yourself a cockta.
But
listen, I love the themselves. I'm doing the they, I'm doing the he, I'm doing the she, I'm doing
it all.
I'm doing it all, honey. But I'm an artist. I'm living in New York City. I'm not currently in New York City. I'm in the suburbs. I'm in Voorhees, New Jersey.
You have a pool?
Wow.
There's a pool. It's not my pool though. It's just not.
It's not the neighbor's pool. I want to be in
the neighbor's pool. I get to see them play in the pool while I'm here, you know, schwitzing like hell.
I understand.
Yeah. So I'm here. I'm an artist living in New York, not New York. I'm a Yente as well. Sometimes I'm properly Yente. I'm not totally Yenteing tonight. I'm like some queer Yente business right now. So we're hoping to talk to queer people about what queer love is. Happy Pride.
Yeah!
Happy Pride. We just had our Queer Liberation March in New York yesterday. Oh my God, it was amazing until the police started to pepper spray people and arrest peaceful protesters. But other than that, it was unbelievable. I had a party of my own with social distancing and masks, of course. I should also say you can always follow me. I'm going to say this over and over again because, you know, I'm a millennial and we have to say these things. I'm at Stuart B. Meyers, Stuart, B as in Benjamin, Meyers, for Instagram and the Facebook and whatever, all the other stuff. Okay, I'm done my spiel.
Oh, that was a good spiel.
Did you like the plug? I like to plug.
I love the plug. I just want to give Stuart.
I like to get plugged. I like to put
listen.
Who doesn't love plugs? I just want to say I just got a new plug from the Cute Little Fuckers. They're an amazing sex toy company.
Is that what they're really called?
Yes, they are. They're run by
Cute Little Fuckers.
Yes, they're called Cute Little Fuckers. I'm giving them a shout out right now. They're amazing. I have my own little toy that I just got from them. It's beautiful. I just want to say that I first met Stuart in this amazing way where we got to be Yentas together on stage at Bat Mitzvah. So I just wanted to give Stuart that extra shout out. I also want to thank you for being in the streets in DC and say that I was in the streets in SF and it felt so special and so amazing to return to what the origins of Pride is, and that there were no corporate floats this year, and that we were out there in the streets for Black Lives Matter, for Black trans lives, and that, you know, Joti and I have been doing this show a long time. We always throw up our PayPals. We always throw up our Venmos, but this time that's not the point. We really feel like right now the whole goal is to get people to donate to Black Lives Matter. And specifically, we're featuring the Transgender District in SF, which is really supporting Black trans women. And we, as queer people, really want to make sure that we donate to that today as part of doing this super fun show. We want to make sure that the money is going to a really important and good cause. So we're going to
Please
put that
send your money.
Yes.
Send your money.
Send you money. I just put the link. I put the link. I'm also, even in case you didn't see the link in the thing, I'm putting another link. I'm going to put a link. There's a link. There's lots of links. If you want to call in today, I just want to say we have been very successful, Yentas. I just heard today that somebody, not only did they go on a date, they went on a camping trip together. They went on a couple dates. Yeah, these people
you matched on the show?
They matched. I said my friend
successful matchmakers, darling. We're very, very successful.
Right? My friend was like so successful. She was like, you would never believe it. They went on a camping trip. I'm like, yeah, I did. I had no clue. I had no expectations. That's how love is. You have no expectations. And then before you know it, you're going on a camping trip in the middle of COVID, you know?
Amazing, darlings. It's amazing. We've seen some great things. We've set up people in all kinds of ways. There's been new love connections, new friendship connections, new work connections. So, you know, people want to get on the show and just share what they're interested in, and then we help you find them out. People in all kinds of ways. There's been new. Somebody's giving it a little bit of feedback.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. That was me. I decided to look and see what was happening on Facebook, and there was a delay.
Sometimes you get excited.
Right? Sometimes I get bored with what Ariel says too, and I start looking on Facebook.
I was just extra curious.
I think it's hat that I just got. That's how I feel about that.
I love you. I love your hat. I love your hat. And I also just want to say
we the cock to kleine kite.
Exactly, gay cock in the yam.
Should we mention that this whole show is sponsored, of course, by Morning Altars?
I don't know. Today, I think we should be sponsored by somebody else. Stuart, if you were to be sponsored by anybody, who would you want to be sponsored by?
Hashem, the Shekhinah. I'm sponsored for life.
I think it's a lifetime commitment.
The Shekhinah's with me. I'm feeling the ground coming up. The heavens coming down, as above, so below. Amen. Amen.
That's very nice, but what are the free gifts you get from Shekhinah and Hashem?
Hello, I'm breathing. Isn't that enough for now? Come on.
Oh my God.
And what about orgasms? I'm pretty sure those are some nice gifts.
I think, wait, hold on, Ariel.
Someone's having a little bit more fun in San Francisco than someone else.
You know?
That's all I have to say.
What are you doing in Jersey? Are you at your parents? What's happening?
I'm with my mishpacha. I'm with the mishpacha.
Listen,
I love them. I'm with my best friend, you know.
Don't worry.
Her. Sometimes I want to, cuff and bun with her, but I'm not with her. You want to put a cuff and bun. No, that makes sense.
A cuff in the bun? What is a cuff and bun?
Cuff and bun, the head in the wall.
Oh.
Someone's fucking you nishkin chinik, you go cuff and bun.
Cuff and bun. I thought it was like something sexual. I didn't know.
Well, the way that I said it made it sound sexual, and it wasn't supposed.
You think that people are probably wanting to join? We should really remind people that they can call in. They can just go on Zoom and join us on here.
Oh my God, please join us.
Yes, listen, I want to tell you.
Clearly, I got so bored, I had to look.
So maybe you want to join our call and get yourself matched.
I want to say a couple of very important things. Firstly, this is the Yente's finale, season finale, or finale. We don't know. It's COVID times. Who knows? We might all need to entertain ourselves more. The Joti Show will continue, but the Yente Show, it's taking a little break, And so I just want to say how the Yente Show works, in case you forgot. We here are Yentas, very serious Yentas. We've devoted whole minutes to doing this. You know what I mean?
We prepped. Like there was a lot of
minutes.
Whole minutes.
I'm paid for this shit, okay?
Yes, you paid for it. I paid you. We all paid each other.
I just know Morning Altars paid all of us. That's what I heard.
Morning Altars
now and books. like amazing.
Wow.
We're sponsored by very impressive places like that butt plug place that you told me about.
Oh yeah, the cute little fuckers. They're
Cute
awesome.
little fuckers.
They're not really
That's how
sponsored.
San
They themselves are
Francisco.
just beginning. So you should look into them and get yourself a toy.
Right. And so we're gonna
Sponsoring
like
them now.
yeah, they're sponsoring us, and we're gonna give you the opportunity to get a free gift from them when you call in. So the way it works, you call in on the Zoom link, then you go into the waiting room. After you go into the waiting room, we decide whether we're gonna take you or not onto the show.
What are the prerequisites to figure out if someone comes on or not?
What are they? I
Are
forget.
you nice?
Are they nice? But how do you find out if they're nice?
Right,
Hey, maybe we want some naughty people too.
Are you
Listen,
naughty? That's the question.
No
Are you nice? Are you
prerequisites.
Are
naughty?
you naughty or nice? That's
it
okay,
doesn't
we let
matter.
go.
You can be all preferences are allowed. You can be straight, you can be queer, you can be whatever you are, and you're welcome here. It's a little diddly, right?
Oh, I love that.
Right?
Good job, Jody.
Thanks, darling. And so all you have to do is call in and share. Hey, I'm looking for somebody. I want somebody forever. I want somebody for a night. I want somebody who's good at text messaging. I want somebody who knows how to spell. You know, whatever your prerequisites are,
Like
you
a witch
share them,
spell.
right?
Oh, good, Ariel.
I want
Good.
someone that knows how to do a witch spell.
Oh, you
Good.
see, that could be what you desire. Then we are now streaming to probably 1.7 million, just as many people as went to the Trump rally. So, as I was saying,
I think we're bigger.
we're
Yeah,
definitely
I think
bigger
we're
than the rally.
1.7 million didn't go to the Trump rally.
Yeah, it was like
Anyway.
1.7
It was like-
people total.
It was like, how many did you say, Ariel?
I think
like
there was only
19
like 1.5 people there total.
I know, totally. I mean, thank God for the Zoomers, you know? They bought all the seats and then nobody came. It was an empty shithole.
You know what? That's true. Not like our show.
You know what we should
What?
do though? We should remind people about the fact that elections are also coming up. Speaking of things and voting.
Anyway.
Elections are coming up. You better fucking vote and vote
Especially-
right. Because there is a wrong vote and you
That's
know
true.
what it is.
That's true. That's true. I was just thinking about that. Anyways, long story short, the logistics of the Yente, you get on here, you tell us what you want, we interrogate you very nicely, and then there's people who see it. And there have been people who have seen other people, and then they make matches. This is why the Zoom link is available for you to call in. And
in the meantime, we should talk about, I'm so curious, Stuart, what about you? Like, how's your relationship world?
who are you talking to?
Stuart.
Oh, yeah.
What relationship world?
Wait, first of all, as he's thinking about his relationship world, I want to say hi to Ariel Monroe. Whose friend is that? One of you guys.
Fine.
All right. All right. Ariel says hello, Yentas. Hannah Lessa's here with us.
Oh my
saying
God,
hi.
Hannah Lessa needs to get on the show.
Hannah
Hannah,
Lessa,
get
there
on
we
the
go.
Yeah,
actual
you can
Zoom,
come on the
Hannah.
show too.
We need you.
Right?
We love you.
and then
Hannah would be
Ariel
a
suggests
perfect guest.
Yelena Finkel to get on.
I think
And-
that people need to just join.
People just need to join.
You
They
just
need to come on. They need to
Do you think we should put, maybe
entertain
people
us.
join-
No, just
maybe
kidding.
people would join if I got into my pride outfit.
I think it's time to change outfits. You're
I
right.
think it's time for a pride
Oh,
outfit.
I'm not changing outfits. I look.
All right,
You
you don't
already
have to
look like you're
change.
ready for pride, but I
I
wanna
do
be
want to
really
move the
pride.
shoes over there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
move
it's
the
not
shoes.
good
I'm
for the
gonna get legit ready for pride.
Also, I want to say, I think that it's important to talk about your love life, Ariel, because I know
Oh,
last
I was
time.
gonna speak to something for a second. When we talk about my love life, can you all see this? The cute little fuckers. I
Yes,
just got
that's-
this toy. I just want
Yes.
to. This is
I'm
amazing. My
sorry,
friend
I'm doing
Steph,
a whole pose and show.
look at this. Do you see this amazing toy, Stuart? Do you see this? My brand
What
new
is
sex
this?
toy.
Let me see.
Okay, I think
Cute
it's
little
time.
fuckers.
Oh, that's not
Isn't this
little.
rad?
honey.
I just got this.
What is this?
That's a
Listen,
big fucker.
yeah, listen. You
Oh,
need.
Jody, I love the hat.
Thank
Well, wait.
you.
I gotta get mine on now too. Hang on.
Now,
Do I
I
have
just want to say,
anything to put on?
Donna Carnival. Listen, also. Oh wait, Lindsay says she's in the waiting room.
Oh, you might remember this, Stuart.
Oh my God.
She's
Oh
very
my
real good.
God.
What's going on with the
Yes.
waiting room? Let me
Ariel.
This
see.
outfit was birthed with Stuart.
All
It
right,
was a
hold
good
on.
night
We have
until it
somebody
wasn't.
we're admitting Lindsay.
last time I saw you in
coming
person.
in. Lindsay's
this way.
coming in.
Lindsay's coming in.
Oh my God,
Hi,
yes!
Lindsay's coming in.
Hi ho, the Lindsay, oh, the
Lindsay's coming in. All right, Lindsay, you're on live.
Lindsay,
All right, hold on. Somebody we're admitting Lindsay.
Oh, you know, Lindsay,
Oh,
you
wait,
gotta
Lindsay.
mute the Facebook so that we
Yeah,
hear you.
here, I'm gonna mute you for a second. Oh,
Yes.
there you
oh
are.
my God, there are multiple people here. Hello.
Oh my God, who are these people? Lovely humans. Talk to us now. Okay, that's it. First, figure out your internet situation. Mute, unmute.
Don't worry, we can fill
Ariel,
the
it
dead
worked.
air.
We changed outfits, and then all the people start calling in.
I knew it. I knew if I put on this better look, everyone would come.
I felt that too. I needed to change.
Just a little.
Sometimes,
Lindsay, who are you
didn't.
with?
who? Wait, you're muted. I'm gonna unmute you. Hold on, hold on. There you are, Lindsay. You're unmuted. No, now
Now muted now.
muted, unmuted, mute. Shirley, I just want to tell you.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh!
Shirley, oh, I'm famished. I'm verklempt. Shirley, I just want to send my love to
Mr.
Shirley.
Verklempt.
All right, if I'm verklempt, I shouldn't talk. All right, who wants to talk to Lindsay?
How was that amazing movie, the queer movie you saw the other night?
Oh my God. I wish you could have come. It was so amazing. We went and saw all kinds of queer history and learned about Curve magazine in the 80s. Yeah.
Wow.
The Pride thing at the drive-in movie.
The drive-in
And
movie.
people were having a dance party.
I was at a drive-in.
Oh, you were?
No, I'm at a drive-in right now, darling.
You're at a drive-in right now.
Oh my God.
Ariel, you always wish that you were at a drive-in.
True. Seems like a lot can happen at a drive-in.
A lot could happen at a drive-in. Lindsay, I've never met you. Who are you?
I don't
Where
know
are
who you are.
You do?
Hi, Joti. I'm Lindsay. I'm a friend of Ariel and Household. This is my friend Rachel as well here. We're at their porch. Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to try this out. Ask me questions if you want. I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I mean, we got questions.
Do
Yeah,
we
yeah.
ever know what to say?
It's true. We don't always know what to say.
I
But
have an idea though. I want to hear a little bit more about Lindsay. Like, what is exciting to you right now in a person? Like, what are you looking for in terms of love life?
Oh, okay. Well, I am just, I haven't dated in a while and I want to get into it again. And I'm pretty much like attracted to people that are like not cis men, but like everybody else. And oh my God, I'm not prepared to answer this. Let's see.
Well, I have a question. Can I interrupt for a second? Lindsay, can I ask you a question? Maybe that's better. Maybe not better, but different.
Yeah.
So tell us where you're
Okay.
at, how you're doing, how you're processing around yourself and your love, and love in the bigger, expansive vision of love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good question. I think I'm really like in this stage of like solidifying all of my like, non-romantic relationships and just like really building my like chosen family and getting to the point where I can feel really solid with people and like really supported and confident in that. And I've been feeling that lately and it's awesome.
That's beautiful. That's
yeah.
beautiful.
So for me, that kind of like needs to come first because that's like my support system. And then, I'm hoping to date somebody. And probably like one person at a time. I've tried to do poly before and it was a little stressful. But yeah, I'm just looking to bring somebody into my life and it's really complicated with COVID going on right now. But I'm super down to just like find somebody who wants to meet up and take walks outside or have some kind of other adventure. Yeah. I don't know. I work full time, but I'm mostly working from home right now, so I have a lot more flexibility. Like, I'm technically on the clock at this very moment. But
Yes.
yeah,
Fuck the man. Yes.
yeah,
And the woman.
yeah.
Well, you know, in the good way.
Exactly.
In the in the consensual, loving, sexy way.
Exactly.
Just so you know, we also have people. I'm so glad that we're on with Lindsay, and I want you to know that after Lindsay, Yoda will come on. She's in the waiting room.
Amazing.
Yes. So
Okay,
Lindsay,
oh.
you know, we're really grateful that you came on. And if you could just say one thing to your new love, what would it be?
Wow. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to just enjoy some time together and, you know, see where we connect.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
Lindsay, I just want to say really quickly, I think it's beautiful that you're building this foundation in your life right now with your friends and your chosen family. And I have a very strong feeling that your connection that you're looking for is going to come either literally within your chosen family or within the feeling of your chosen family.
Oh, gewaldig. I love this.
And that's
Such
the
a beautiful Yente,
that's the thing I think, you know, if I can add my 2 cents to stay open to, is to what the energy is that you're cultivating in your life, and to bring someone in and to listen for that person who is also a part of that cosmology.
I love it. And just keep on listening, because we're going to bring in our next guest. And if anybody loves you because you're super lovable, then they can also mention it over here, and we'll try to do the little schmagooga. And I just want to say, by you putting yourself out there, love is close already. Thank you.
You already have love. The love is already there.
Exactly.
I would like to give an endorsement of Lindsay, because I get to spend a lot of time with Lindsay. Lindsay's part of my pod. So I just want to say that Lindsay is a beautiful person inside and out, and just has so much fun to offer, and is also very theatrical and fun to play improv games with. So if you're a fun and theatrical person, Lindsay's also a very social justice oriented person. And I notice that you're always giving, both in your job and into other people. I always see you taking action. And so I just want people to have that knowledge about you too.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And Lindsay, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna specify, in case people know, that I do advocacy for people with disabilities in healthcare and mental health. So it's pretty rad. I get to go in the system and kind of fight for people.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. We're going to bring the next person on. And since we're sponsored by the Sheen and Hashem, you'll be taken care of. That's our sponsor. You'll be taken care of. All right. See you later.
Love you.
What a wonderful human.
Totally.
And remember, if you have anybody, if you are anybody, you want to be connected to Lindsay, just write it in the comments. We'll connect you, or send us something personally. And we're getting ready for the next person. It seems like
Yodessa Williams. Can I share some fun things about Yodessa?
Please.
Yodessa Williams is an amazing, beautiful human being who is a published author. Her first book just came out. It's called The Goddess Twins. It is an amazing book.
All right, I'm just gonna mute you. How do you pronounce your name?
Yodessa is coming on right now.
Yes, just mute it until you figure out the technology, because the Facebook is still making the noise. And then once your face comes on, just unmute yourself, and we'd love to hear from you.
So I'm just gonna share more. Oh, Yodessa, you made it! Yeah.
Hi, cutie.
Hi, love. I'm so glad to see you.
Oh my God, you're gorgeous.
There we go.
Yodessa, I was just plugging your amazing book that I am halfway through. It's a brand new novel that just came out, The Goddess Twins. Such amazing characters, such fierce writing. Oh. I'm so inspired by you, and I'm so glad. I think we should put up also, if you want to share more about the book, and then we could also share the link to the book in the Joti can share the link, and then we can put it up and people can buy your book.
Thank you.
I
Hi.
love that. I love that.
Hi.
You are so gorgeous. My God.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I feel your light coming through.
Thank you. I feel like I'm trying to manifest my inner child's best dreams. And when I was a kid, like I loved like My Little Pony, and like I remember just being like, they must live in a magical world that's full of color and rainbows, and I want to be that girl. And so like me with my purple hair and being a creative writer and just trying to be like a youthful spirit, I'm trying to like relive my inner child's like joy. So that's me. Hi.
You were doing it, baby. You were doing it. You are
Thank
it.
you. Thank
You are
you.
it.
So yeah, as Ariel, thank you for the introduction. I live here in Oakland. I'm a writer. I love Burning Man. I've attended 6 years. This past year, I was camped with Gender Blender, which was awesome. I'm also really empowered by the Black Femme spirit. And I've been on like panels and done things, worked with youth, worked with young women of color, because I feel really passionate about, you know, being a strong voice as a woman of color and inspiring other people that their voices matters and that they're important, and don't matter what the world is showing you, what you can show the world is what's important. So yeah, I have a lot of energy for like giving and sharing my gifts. I'm a storyteller. But I do find that I'm very lonely personally. Like I feel like sometimes when I meet people and I might be like romantically interested, when they find out what I do, they're kind of like, whoa, that's a lot. And so I kind of get the impression that people are intimidated by my energy or overwhelmed by it. And I don't really get like, I don't know, flirted or dated with a lot. So I've been in the Bay Area. This is my 7th year, and I have been completely single this entire time. I have not had really like one strong romantic relationship that's been impactful. And I feel like that's kind of sad. I feel like I would really love to be open and to be dating and to be connecting more. So I'm excited to be on the show. Thank you.
I put up your book as my background. I don't know if you could see it.
Yes.
Background with the goddess twin.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, let me go grab a coffee. Hold on.
Yes, please do
able
advertise yourself, sweetie.
Yodasa, if you're able to put in the chat the link for people to buy your book, like on this Zoom, put it into the chat, and then Joti could put up the link.
Yes, thank you. Yes. So this is my book. It literally came out about a month ago, May 19th, in the middle of the pandemic. But I'm so proud. I've been working on it for the past 6 years of my life. Like literally when I came back from my first burn, that's when I was like, I have a story in me and it needs to come out. And so I'm really excited to have this story of Black female empowerment. It's about identical twins who discover their goddesses when the mother goes missing. So it's really about them finding and really enhancing their own inner Black girl magic to save the world, essentially. So like this was the book that I, again, as a kid was trying to find, like, where are the Black girls with powers? And so I was really inspired after my first burn and seeing how creative people were and this like next level energy of just making what you wanted to see exist. And that really kind of got the ball rolling, that I knew I had a story I needed to see exist. So yeah, this is my book. I will share in the chat where you can find it. It's on all the things. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, IndieBound. But I'll share the page to my website where you can see all the places that it's available.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen. Oh, sorry.
I was going to put in another plug for Yodasa just to share more about your amazingness. I want people to know that Yoda's also a very fierce organizer and created the first ever women and non-binary people of color writing retreat that happened at Fly Ranch in this past fall. And so I just wanted to highlight that also, because it was, I heard so much amazing feedback from the people that went. I heard it was such an amazing, beautiful, powerful retreat. And I think that's something that is so important, especially at this time, for people of color to have their own space and to have their own healing. And I'm so thankful that you created that space.
Yeah, thank you for the shout outs. Yes, so I was really fortunate. Again, I've been really changed through my involvement in being a part of Burning Man and feeling like it's allowed me to access closer levels of like liberation and self-love that I hadn't outside of that realm. And so I really felt like I wanted to share this, and I realized how impactful it is, especially for women of color, to have spaces where you feel safe, where you feel liberated, where you feel like you're important, because most of the world is not that. So I had the opportunity to visit Fly Ranch, which is a location that Burning Man purchased in like 2018. And when I visited there, I was just so moved. And as a writer, I was so inspired by just being in nature and just like being able to look at the sky. It was the first time I saw the Milky Way in full. Like, I was overwhelmed by the glory. So I was like, this is important, being like liberated and free in nature as a person of color is something special. And I had the opportunity to propose event, a retreat that I wanted to put on that I saw could be impactful for women of color and non-binary persons of color to be housed at Fly Ranch. And it was accepted. And so the entire year of like 2019 was me creating this retreat. And I worked with a group of friends who were writers, and really trying to think what we needed that didn't exist that we could create in this event. And so I was really grateful that we were able to connect with the indigenous tribes while we were at Fly Ranch, and we visited the Paiute Museum and learned about the first people who lived out there in Nevada. And we had events where we went to the hot springs and we're just like connecting in our own selves, and it was just absolutely wonderful. We did writing workshops. I taught storytelling. We had creative writing. We have fiction and poetry. It was really wonderful. It was a 4-day retreat. The participants came from all over the US, and we had made an impactful decision to choose people who had not had experiences in nature. So we were looking for people who had never camped before, who have never hiked before, and we wanted to gift them something completely new. And I was just really excited that all of the participants had an amazing time. They've all said that they were transformed, that this was such a great experience. Everybody was safe and happy at the end. I was like holding a lot of breath, like, is someone gonna get sick? Is someone gonna get hurt? But everybody was safe and well, and was transformed in a way that I only dreamed. So yeah, that was really an amazing experience this past year, that I felt that I really was able to create something that was so much bigger than myself. And I really feel like I like made my ancestors proud. Like, it was definitely one of the biggest things that I have ever created outside of the book to happen. Like, before then I had basically only planned like a birthday party of like 30 people. So it was like a really big thing. I was like, I'm inviting people from all over the country to a place. This is big. But it was really, really exciting, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity to display those gifts, because honestly, I never thought I had them. And so I'm excited about what it could mean for the future, that I can create more safe spaces, that I can create more spaces for transformation, that I can partner with people or institutions to create something that needs to exist to heal people.
So I've got a question for you. First of all, well done in doing what you're doing in the world. And you talked about wanting to help people display those gifts, and you had never thought that you could have done that. And I'm curious if we could connect that a little bit to your desire for love, because it's, you know, you clearly have a capacity to manifest on this like big level. And if you can bring that feeling or that capacity that you have of like, oh wow, I didn't think I could do this, and I can. And if you can even just imagine it for a moment of like what that would feel like for you to experience that love that you're longing for. And you can even just take a breath and like, you know, take that capacity that you have of like making a book and making this amazing event at Fly Ranch, and just, there we go, and just feel that. That's right. And now bring that magic into how it's going to feel for you to flourish in a loving relationship.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I deeply
Yeah.
believe
I
that.
like that. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, also, I lost my train of thought. Hold on, I'll get back to it. But I think I have a feeling that all of the things that you've been working on, 7 is a very important amount of time. It's the time in which we go through a cycle. It's like once we get to the 7, we can actually see what we've created and all that we've manifested, and we can take rest. That's like why every week there's like a Sabbath in Judaism, there's Shabbat, and Christianity there's the Sabbath. But I have the feeling that all of the things that you have built in these last years, including this book, including this retreat, are leading you to the kind of expansive love interpersonally in relationship that you are longing for. And I think that is totally speaking to what Joti just said to you. And it's really beautiful. Like, yes, 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 and yes.
Yes, yes, and yes. And on the yes, just getting clear about what you're a yes for and what you're a no for. What are you looking for? Do you have any preferences?
I feel like I think that I have preferences, but I'm also like aware that I probably don't know what's best for me. And you know, I'm just like, oh, I think I need to be with a creative person, but maybe I don't. Maybe I need somebody who's more logical or thinks in a different way to connect with. But definitely like someone who has a dynamic personality, and that I can be playful but also like serious, and also like, you know, like I need advice, or someone that I feel like I can trust their core and their spirit. I've definitely had relationships in the past where I've become disappointed in the person that I'm with because I've seen that they can't like keep up at the level that I'm at, or you know, if I'm curious about something, they just don't care, and then I'm like, how can you not care about this matter? And so
Don't waste time on those bits. Seriously.
yeah, so I'm like, I'm a deeply passionate person, and I want to be with someone who can at least like care at that level and have that capacity to meet me at that level, like intellectually and emotionally. I feel like I identify as an empath, and so when I've been in relationships with people who are less feeling, it's made me feel like I'm off, like something's wrong with me for caring too much. So I don't like that energy. But I also have not really like been able to find, I guess, that right energy. And that's been hard for me. And feeling safe and feeling like I can trust someone that I'm developing a relationship with, that's been a challenge. And so when I think about like my like ideal like romance, um, I want it to feel easy, even though we may go through hard things, because I feel like being able to talk and feel safe and feel comfortable, or, you know, to be able to plan things and feel like they're going to happen. Um, yeah, that's something I haven't not had in relationships, and it's maybe one of the reasons why I've been so single, because I'm like, I don't want to give my heart and my energy out and be broken and have to like have conversations like, can you not lie to me? Like that's just too much. So so
Yeah.
yeah, somebody that can match my heart, honestly. Like I'm not expecting like you have to, be in this level of your life or be in that, or you
Oh,
know yeah, I feel like I'm a person who is like consistently working on herself, and so I want to be in some kind of energy and relationship that feels like that's a match. I've also found in the Bay Area like this level of complacency sometimes, where people are like, I have this job and that's it, that's all I need, and I'm making money so it's good, and I'm like, really? Because I'm out here figuring out how I can change the world on a daily basis.
Yes.
So like how are you just happy just collecting checks? So yeah, somebody who thinks big, who like has goals and dreams, and is like a fighter. I have such a fighting spirit, and I do get like hurt and bruised by the world and circumstance and disappointment. And again, I've had relationships where people don't understand my heart, and I felt like I had to explain to them when things don't work out how that feels. And I'm like, does that, like, have you never had a dream that has been crushed? Why do I have to explain that? So
yeah, but
so yeah.
you are much more in touch with that than many other people. And so you have to know that and realize that. And that is gorgeous. That's why you're able to build so much in your life. So not everyone is working on that plane, which doesn't mean they're better or worse. It's just different. So,
Yeah.
watching out for people who are going to support that. And to say it in a really a really simplified way, you don't want a fuck boy. You don't want a fuck boy. And that might not necessarily be a boy or someone who identifies as male, but you don't want someone who's gonna just like who's in it to like you don't want some
Just
slimy shit.
games. Yeah.
No,
No.
no games, honey.
No
We
game.
don't want no games.
And talking about fuckboy is like, do you have a preference in terms of gender?
I have previously mostly dated males. I connect with being pansexual, and so I don't have a gender preference in my mates. I am kind of a baby queer. I've only come out as pansexual in the past like 2 years. So I'm just working on that level of myself with how do I go after relationships with a femme, and I'm a femme. How does it work? Like just trying to like be open to this new romantic energy has been something that's been like partially challenging for me. I'm grateful for the connections that I made with gender blenders to start having conversations like this. But to be honest, I get really intimidated by like femmes that I'm attracted to, because I'm like, how do I get in there? Like, so sometimes I feel like it's safer when I'm in a relationship with a cis male, because it's like I understand how that dynamic is kind of supposed to work more, just from experience.
Mm.
So I have had crushes on femmes, non-binary individuals, but it hasn't really developed into more than just kind of like a mutual admiration society. Because I'm just like, I don't really know how to like break through to like can we date really? Um, so yeah, that's part of kind of the potential challenge, is that I'm still evolving in what I'm seeking and how to be open in this way.
I
Mm.
want to thank you so much for being so honest right now and just being so vulnerable and so open. And I want to share that I think the experience you're having, especially around newly coming out, it's just so real for so many people. Like I felt that way when I first came out. I think most people, when they first come out, it is very intimidating. It's hard to know. It's hard to know because you're like doing a whole new way of being, a whole new way of interacting. It's kind of stepping into a new place of liberation, though. Also, it's kind of almost like getting out of specific roles that we've been assigned and finding out what does it look like. Femme on femme love is just so powerful and so amazing. And I want you to have the opportunity to experience that. And I think it is scary, and sometimes just naming it. Sometimes when I have a crush on someone, I might even just name, like, this is really new for me. And I actually haven't had much experience in this way. And I would love to explore that with you. And oftentimes, either that person might have a lot of experience, or they might be just like you and they're like, I have a crush on you too, and this is like super new, and I'm not sure either, but maybe we can like do this walk together, right? Like I have a lot of memories of being a baby queer, and it was very helpful for me to just be open and honest about that, the way you've been doing on this show right now, and to share that with the people that you have crushes on, and to see where that goes.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
And there's one more thing I want to share about that piece too, which is why I say it's about liberation, which is that I think specifically the way women were socialized, it's like there's a way that women have not been socialized to, there's just like a lot around like who's hitting on who, right? Or like this socialization of like waiting for a man to make this first move, or like knowing how to flirt with men, but not knowing how to flirt with women, or non-binary people, or trans people, or being more expansive in our gender concept. So I think the piece of what you're talking about, I've actually heard a lot of women and trans people and non-binary people talk about what you just said, which is like, how do you make that first move? How do you, and also I think a lot of femme people have been through so much intensity when it comes to violence and sexual violence, that I think there's a way that people are like afraid to push on someone's boundaries, right? So the way people communicate is very different. And what I've seen is that a lot of times cis men have not had that kind of experience with trauma or sexual violence. So I think they can be more aggressive in a way in the times that they hit on people. And I'm not saying this for every single person. There's plenty of cis men that have also had trauma and sexual abuse and sexual violence, but I do think there's like a unique experience that women, non-binary people, trans people, queer people have been through that makes it actually more challenging to communicate, because you don't want to harm someone, you don't want to hurt someone, you don't want to break anyone's consent. And so what I've been trying to do in my own life and encouraging other people to do is just to like even name that and be like, this is a different journey, and to ask for consent every step of the way, and to be in that process to say like, I'm attracted to you. Can I experiment with putting my hand on you or kissing you, or and just consent like literally every step of the way. And what's interesting about being in this pandemic is it slows everything way, way, way down. So it's like the steps might actually in some ways be easier because there's so much slowness already happening. So it's like you can't get in person with people, so you have to be like, what does it look like to begin, like to have a text message flirtation with a femme? What would it look like to get on Zoom and flirt with a femme? Which is almost like could be a little less scarier because it's not as like, it's not like you're in the club, right? It's
in
like
person, intensely.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's so real as well, because I think also like in like gay male sexuality, from my experience, there's such this pattern of like what the pursuit is and how it looks and how it feels, and not actually taking those baby steps. And like you start having a conversation with someone and they're suddenly like looking you up and down and sizing you up for sex. And it's like, what is it actually to really like slow back? And also how to take the agency or feel the agency to step outside of the normative, which is quite violent actually, and to go, okay, I'm going to actually take this at the pace I need, and not because I'm being a prude or because I'm doing, because I'm just too slow, not that becomes like an extra, like I'm, that it doesn't become its own thing, right? That it becomes ostracized because it's so individual, but that it's actually something that like can even be sexier, and even better for the heart.
Right. I very much connect with that. Like I grew up in the church and very closeted about my own sexuality or feelings. And it took a long time for me to start even embracing my body or embracing that I felt good during sex and not shamed. And part of what has been challenging for me is that I do identify as like a sapiosexual, like it's more confident for me to have this emotional or intellectual connection before we get into like physicality. And that's another thing where I felt like it's incompatible with current like social dating style. Like it's just this hookup culture. It's just this Tinder, where you at? Let's hook up kind of thing. And so that's been really like, I don't feel like I exist in this realm.
And you don't. And that's fine. It's fine. It's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, and this is also a note for me too, and all of us and whoever's listening, like, stay with that. That's great. You get to be an individual and make your individual choices in that way. It's perfect. You don't have to jump off the bridge because everybody else is jumping off the motherfucking sexola bridge.
Yeah, but then it's like, how do I find my people who also work at this level and are like, let's write each other letters, and like, like that's a romantic step as opposed to we need to like hook up and hang out. So that's where I've been challenged, because I'm like, I don't know where I find my people who want to date and feel comfortable with romance the way that I feel like I do.
And whoever gets that privilege of the writing, they're gonna get the best letters because you're such a good writer.
Saying. I'm ready for a Victorian romance.
But you are already doing the work because you are in the space that you are in. Ariel, she's right here. They're right here. He's right here. All the here's. They're right here. And they're in the same space as you are. And you are doing the work. You're doing the retreats. You're writing and creating community through your writing. You're going to Burning Man. More and more, you're starting to place yourself in spaces where people are actually on the same page. And stronger that you hold on to this conviction and that you share the process that you're going through as generously as you're sharing with us now, the more that you are going to honestly find those people who are right there with you and support you. No more focus on this other crap. They get to do their own thing and be in their own, their own mishigas.
Thank you.
Like, grow the good, and the good is already growing, and you see that.
Thank you. I feel that.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, so many people are loving you on Facebook. Zandy DeBella relates so much to what you've been saying, and David Gager, Gajer.
Yeah, the gender blenders are giving you so much love.
So much love. So much love. And that's kind of how it is. So the how of how that person is going to come in will happen, and you get to just continue to work on those inner places of, you talked about trust and those parts of you that like that navigation. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was single for a very long time, and did a lot of inner work, and constantly was like, but where, but how, and let me try this and let me try that, and who am I anyways, and how do I identify, and just really like sat with the questions and just kept on doing the inner work. It was like, well, actually it's a lot more appealing to do the inner work than to do the Tinder work. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that is a great quote. Do the inner work, not the Tinder work. That's a new slogan for the Yente Show right there. That's like slogan material.
That feels like a t-shirt. Yeah, for sure.
That's when we get merch. That's the next round of this is merch.
Yes, merch is definitely the next round. I just want to thank you so much for your time. We're going to start closing up, but
thank you
so much. And just recognizing like how many people are just saying yes and like cheering you on right now by you sharing your vulnerability and your truth. So Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing. You're beautiful, and you're doing it.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean, the
you.
work
so
you're doing
much.
right now is like, it's the most needed work. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
And I'm totally down to be hooked up or set on, blind dates or whatever. So everybody on Facebook, all of y'all, if you're like, oh my God, I have the perfect person for Yoda, go for it.
Yeah.
Send us no fuckboys.
No
Don't send us no
fuckboys.
fuckboys.
No games, 100% quality.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the tagline too. No
Yes.
games, 100% quality.
Yes,
Cold
I
pressed,
love
honey.
it.
Cold pressed.
We're gonna be making bumper stickers. Hooray!
In addition
Thank
to
you so
setting
much.
Yodasa up, please go and buy the book, Goddess Twins. Joti is putting that in the
I
Facebook
put it-
thread.
I put it in already.
Already
It's
there.
right there.
Goddess
It's a
Twins.
really fun book. It's a
copy.
really fun book. It
Oh my
has
God,
nothing
you
to do
wrote
with
it.
the pandemic, so you can just escape in this like black girl magic adventure. And I've had lots of people who told me as soon as they started it, they couldn't put it down. So
Ooh,
I'm really
I will
excited by
pick that
it
up.
being a juicy read.
Yes, and
Yes, give me that juice.
Hannah Lessa says the right person will be so fortunate to be with you. Yoda, you're incredible. That's what Hannah Lessa says.
Oh,
That is so true. You are so incredible, and we love
You're
you so, so
amazing.
much. And I hope everyone buys that book, The Goddess Twins, and sets Yoda up on fabulous, amazing experiences. We love you so much. Thank you for
Thank
being
you
on the
all.
show.
Yeah.
Thank you,
have a
Yente.
great night.
Mwah.
Ah, mwah.
This was great. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, and thank you for the love and support and listening and letting me plug my book. All of it. This has been wonderful. I know you guys want to close off, so I'll sign out. But thank you so much for just the positive energy and just hearing me and seeing me. I really appreciate it.
You're so amazing. You took this whole show to the next level. So I just want to
Right?
thank you so much
Seriously,
for
you
getting
brought
up.
all the best
It's
things.
like-
Like
I'm clear that Joti and I do a thing called the Joti and Ariel show, which is Yente Show's part of that show, but you got to come back and be a special guest and just
yes.
even more. I want to hear even more from you.
Yes, we should interview you about your book and like learn more about all the other parts of you. I love
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Yes,
yay.
you will be on the Joti and Ariel show. You'll be getting a call from our agent very soon.
Have your people call my people.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna do.
And next up, it's like first Joti and Ariel show. Next up, Oprah. You got it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get this big level, big league style. Like I'm trying to get Oprah's attention. I'm trying to get Ava DuVernay to want to do this book on screen. Like for real, Black Girl Magic. Like we're hitting it hard.
Yes.
So again, somebody who can handle a girl on the come up.
Well,
Better
as long
be
as you
ready.
can handle your own girl on the come up, and someone else is gonna handle that too. You don't need to question it.
Yes.
You can just be like, yes, that's happening. Yes, 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 yes.
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 Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
thank you. Yes. Thank you.
All the yeses.
All right,
Uh,
darling.
Love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for today. Thank you, Facebook watchers. Thank you, team. Bye.
Oh,
Oh,
so good.
my God.
All right.
She's amazing.
So amazing. By the way, Mija says hi. Lots of love.
Hi,
Mija,
We got
we
so
love
many great
you.
people watching this show.
Yes, please put all the things in the comments. We're gonna start closing up our
I
time.
want to
That's
do
so
a little plug before
sad.
we close up.
I know that was.
So-
I feel like we just started.
I
I
feel like I could be
know.
with you both forever. I don't ever want to leave you both. It's so
I
beautiful.
know,
I
but like
know.
my doctor's supposed to call around 6:20, and then
Okay,
they said
so
it's like a doctor appointment, so they're like, maybe we'll call before, maybe we'll call after. So I'm like, all right.
It's always like
Well,
that.
let me do a special plug because I was very,
Plug it.
first plug is obviously continue to support Yoda, buy the amazing book, The Goddess Twins. Second plug is sometimes people like to give donations when they watch the show because they recognize that it does take work to be Yentas. They recognize our performance art. All three of us are performance artists. But rather than donate to us today, we really want you to donate to the Transgender District in San Francisco. It's the first ever transgender district in the whole country, which is amazing. So may this pave the way for so many more transgender districts. And the people in SF are doing so much great work. It was founded by 3 fabulous trans women of color, 3 fabulous trans Black women. It's so important right now. Donate. It's in the Facebook link that you can just give your money right there and continue.
I just linked it again. And
continue to support Black Lives Matter. Continue to support the movement.
Continue.
Donating. Please keep protesting. Please keep yourself safe. And we are so thankful that you're in this movement with us. We
are not liberated until we are all liberated.
You know, it reminds me of a song that I'm just going to have to sing before we get off. You ready?
I'm ready.
Born ready.
All right. Well, this is an MLK quote. And it goes like this. We are all tied together in a single garment of destiny, caught in an inescapable network of mutuality. We are all tied together in a single garment of destiny, caught in an inescapable network of mutuality. For some strange reason, I can never be who I ought to be until you are who you ought to be. For some strange reason, you can never be who you ought to be until I am who I ought to be. Yeah, and whatever affects one directly affects us all indirectly, especially changing wigs, whatever affects one directly affects us all. And you know, Stuart, as you're dancing, I must think about the dancing that you're doing right now. Are you still doing it?
No, I just closed the exhibition. It was unbelievable. So I've been doing this exhibition called Pride Inside, and it's a very queer exhibition in which I'm drawing portraits and creating text, all for queer memorials, for Queer Lives Lost, and also for a call to queer futurity.
Wait, it's my doctor. You keep on going. I'm getting this going.
Oh, okay.
Keep talking about yourself. Keep sharing about.
I'll keep talking about myself. It's my favorite thing to do. No, just kidding. And so, and then in certain evenings, I have all these fun lights and I'm dancing. There's all of this tinsel and stuff. And I'm looking at pride as process. So pride is not necessarily here yet. We are making it come. We are manifesting. As I said a little earlier, we are not liberated until we are all liberated. And so it's been so beautiful to be working on this piece amidst what's happening politically with the protests. And so Pride Inside doesn't just become, oh, now we're having a pride party inside. No. It's what is the actual work that we have to do to come to a state of pride, which is both an internal dialogue and conversation, which is always growing and always changing and shifting and moving and dancing, to activism and what are we doing in our governments, in our streets? How are we supporting the people in our community? How are we actually forming community? You know, how are we being a part of it? So the exhibition was all about that. And then, love you, Ariel.
I'm so proud of you.
And then yesterday we had the Reclaim Pride Coalition March, the Queer Liberation March rather. And we had a party after at the gallery and it was crazy. It started pouring, thunderstorm, lightning, and everybody stayed to dance outside of the gallery. Everybody could see through a storefront window. I was in the gallery, but then I pumped the music outside and everyone was dancing. It was storming, people stayed. And then, Ariel, there was a double rainbow.
No way! That's the Shekhinah. That's the pride inside. That's the pride inside.
It was a spiritual experience. It was absolutely divine.
I am so proud of you. That is so brilliant. I love that you got to do that. I love that New York City, 50 years later after Stonewall.
Yes.
51 years after Stonewall, 50 years after the first Pride Parade.
Yes, absolutely. 50 years after the first march.
Yes.
It's not a parade, it's a march.
It's definitely not a parade. And this year we definitely reclaimed the streets and got to march in a way that we haven't in so long.
Absolutely. And it was, and Pride was a riot then. And listen, honestly, it was now. The fucking NYPD started pepper spraying and pushing peaceful protesters down. It was horrifying.
Yeah, I'm very much working with other people to defund the police, and very much very disappointed and very upset with how much violence has been happening, as I'm sure you are and so many other people watching this are. And it really shows that it's like the time is now to keep going on this work and to keep doing this.
And there's Occupy City Hall right now in New York, which is fucking amazing. And people are camping out until the budget is voted on, or when they start having the discussions at City Hall. And it's this is one of the great silver linings of this time, is that people are really able to process on how they are truly going to participate in change, and how they're going to better our world and our communities, and how we're going to divest from bullshit and invest in our thriving and our well-being. And so, yeah, it's been super beautiful to be doing this project and to be in New York City during this time. And I'm so proud of all of my queer siblings who are in the work, as you are.
Yeah, me too. We've been here in the Bay. I started this 30-person amazing online mentorship program through Gender Illumination. And we have been doing a trans and non-binary mentorship program this whole time that we've been in COVID. We launched pretty much the day that we got the shelter-in-place order. We took this whole program that was originally going to be an in-person mentorship program, and we placed it online, and we opened it up to the entire country. And we've had 30 beautiful trans and non-binary people participating for the past 3 months. And we've had amazing workshops and workshop facilitators that have come and taught over Zoom. And we've talked about everything and just gone really deep in terms of our own gender journeys, and in terms of talking about decolonization, talking about Black Lives Matter, going together to protest, those of us that live in the same areas, and just doing this work as a team has been so beautiful. And we really see that this is going to continue. We're going to bring on a second cohort. So people that are interested can look at Gender Illumination, which is spelled ILL, like shining light on gender. So yeah, a second cohort coming soon, and people can apply to be part of that. And
well, you should write it in the chat right now.
I will. And I think Joti actually needs to put it up in her chat. But I will put it up here, and I'll just put it up in the Facebook too. I think it needs to go on her Facebook wall, since we're sharing her wall. I think that's how that works.
Well, eventually
we'll back. And people know, genderillumination.com.
Gender Illumination, but there's an I.
But I try to emphasize it because people sometimes think I'm saying eliminate with an E, but I'm saying illuminate.
There you go. Illumination.
It's a
funny
word because my accent, my New York original accent that has since moved up correctly, but I'm actually originally from New York, darling.
A Long Island accent.
Long Island. That's right. I have a whole Long Island persona.
I'm so proud of you, though.
I'm so proud of you too. It's so beautiful.
It's such incredible work that you're doing.
You too.
We need it right now.
We need all of it. I'm so thankful for every single person. Yesterday was just the most powerful Pride I've ever participated in. It was the first time that it felt real. There was just the fact that there was no corporate bullshit that it was actually us. It was like every time I turned around, I saw somebody I knew. I saw a friend. I saw a loved one. It was just unbelievable to see all of us and to see these amazing Black leaders just up on the stage instead of it being dominated by corporations that are mostly owned by white people. It was like I feel like we were living the world that we wanted to be in all the time yesterday.
Yes, and pushing for it. You know.
Yeah.
But that's, again, I think that's the thing about this moment is that, oh, you're the co-host.
I think, but Joti, I gotta tell you something. I think you gotta take us
Wait,
off.
hold on. I have to get off, guys. I'm literally.
Yeah, so you gotta.
Fine. We're just yakking at this point.
Love, you gotta end the show. You gotta take us off Facebook Live.
End it. You're the host now, so you just end it.
No, you have to take it off of your feed, I think.
No, I just press end thing and then it will end. I'm gonna press mute and I'm gonna call you in a minute. I'm sorry to do this, but I have a call.
You're not
Go to your doctor. Go to your doctor.
Talk to your doctor.
Wait,
I think we're still on Facebook Live. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna end this piece of the show. Let's end it together, darling.
Okay.
I see you. You look beautiful. We're just gonna we're gonna close out by saying how much we love our audience. And just to share that, I just want you to know, Stuart and I, we have had amazing times of actually getting to perform together. And my hope is that we will get to be on a stage together sometime soon, love. And that there will be a time where people get to be in person and that the whole Yente Show can maybe be a live experience.
I think the Yente Show should totally be a live experience. Listen, it's incredible the work that you guys are doing. And I feel I'm very moved by the conversations we had tonight, you know. And my work as a Yente, and I told Joti this before I decided to come on, is about teaching people how to love themselves and then somebody else. Because at the end of the day, as we were talking with Yoda, it's about knowing that what we know and our journey is the journey to love. And that we only, and I said this to Lindsay too, the only people that we want around are the people who are going to support that vision. We don't want to grow the bullshit, you know? We want to be with the people who know how wonderful we are and who share with us how wonderful we are. We need support, you know? And yet also, we're already fucking fabulous.
We look fabulous. We do. And you are fabulous inside and out, my love. And everybody watching this is fabulous. And I hope that everybody out there finds what they need inside themselves and is able to express that into the world. And
you are all gorgeous. My God, just know it. Look in the mirror and just like go, honey, stop it. Stop looking at me like that. I can't with you. You're too beautiful.
You're too beautiful. You all are too beautiful. We love you so much. Sign up for Facebook Live now, and we just love you.
Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. Bye. Okay, I guess I have to leave.